Next question. Howdy, SM. I have a small group of blogs in the same category. What's the simplest cost-effective way to keep powering these up each month with link building? Well, I don't know, because again, I just talked about, guys, I don't build links unless they're topically relevant anymore at all. I don't build links for the sake of building links. So, you know, I talk about I would go through what I just talked about, which was, you know, start learning how to hunt down your own domains and build them out that way. What I like about the HTML sites is they're not like WordPress, they're not blogs, so they don't need constant updating like WordPress does. They are very small files, so they don't need, like, you know, you don't have to have databases and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I teach the exact same method that I use for my link building in the mastermind. I would encourage you to do that. You know, because the other thing, I mean, there's a couple things that I use for, like, I have been building a PBN network essentially, but it's 100% based on topical relevance, not traditional metrics. So I have like these keyword clustered sites that are all entire sites built around one keyword. And I've got a bunch of them. I just started building another 10 of them in the last 24 hours. And those are great because those you can use to power up, like, you know, primary tier 1 assets and things like that. But what I'm saying is there are, for those sites, the PBN sites that I'm building, again, that's to be able to sell like one-off link packs as opposed to selling a subscription service, which is what my main link building business is a subscription service. But I wanted to be able to provide like packages of like one-off purchases and things like that. So I started building a PBN network that is in, you know, specifically for home service contractors, the legal industry, and also health industry. And also I'm working on another one now for, I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, point that I'm trying to make is there is a, Damon Nelson has what's called Boosterpages. I think it's called Boosterpages.net. I use that for, I think it's .net. Yeah. I use this to take the RSS feeds from those sites, the PBN sites that I'm building. Those are blog sites. Okay. I take those RSS feeds and I add them to here. And because he's got topical categories in Booster Pages, and all you have to do is add an RSS feed and it will automatically build backlinks to any new post that it detects in the RSS feed. So it's 100% automated. Does that make sense? And I like Booster Pages because he has topical categories that you have to select the appropriate topical category for the content. So by just submitting an RSS feed, and then I select the appropriate category, and since the PBN sites that I'm building are 100% keyword clustered sites, meaning the entire site and all of the posts on the site are about one very specific topic. That's precisely how I'm building them. Now I can take the RSS feed and select the appropriate category here. And every single time a post is published on that blog site, it's going to be in the same category. So it's going to get automatic backlinks in the appropriate category. I like Booster Pages for that. I actually have 2 accounts for this, one for my link building business and then one for my own projects, like my PBN sites, for example. And tree clients, tree service contractors and stuff. I also use this to generate a Google Business RSS feed. Well, I submit an RSS feed from Google Business websites with RSS.app. If you guys are not familiar with this, RSS.app, this service right here, you can create RSS feeds from Google Business profiles, so the Google Business website. So every time that you publish a Google Business post, it will add another link to the RSS feed. So I take the RSS feeds, I create RSS feeds from Google Business profiles for all of my clients, and then I add those to Booster Pages in the appropriate category, so that every time a Google Business post is published, it automatically gets backlinks in a topically relevant category. Does that make sense? Then I also do that with Press Advantage. For Press Advantage organization pages, you get an RSS feed. And since we do a lot of press release stuff, every time a press release is published, I submit the I take the organization page RSS feed and submit that to Booster Pages, so that every time a press release is published, it will get automatic backlinks built to it in the appropriate category, right? Again, it's all about topical relevance. That's why I really like Booster Pages for that. Now, these sites are not particularly strong yet. They will probably get stronger over time. This is a relatively new service that Damon launched, but I see it as kind of an indexing thing. It helps with indexing. And I have started to see on some of my PBN sites, in my Majestic backlink profile, like in analyzing the backlink profile of my PBN sites, since I just mentioned that I've been taking the RSS feeds and submitting them in Boosterpages, I'm starting to see some of those links picked up and showing in Majestic. They don't have any trust flow values, but they're still picking up as backlinks. And I'm assuming over time that these the sites in the network here will become stronger. And that's what I'm hoping for. Okay. So anyway, this is my favorite kind of automated way to build links to like PBN sites, Google Business websites, and Press Advantage organization pages. I would not put my money site RSS feeds in here, just because I'm very particular about the kind of links I built to the money site now, which are only 100% topically relevant with like high trust flow values, or trust flow 10 plus, but in the appropriate topical trust flow category. And so I wouldn't do my money site with these. Some people may, that's fine. Do whatever you're comfortable with. But I like to use these for, like I said, the kind of like the PBN sites, Press Advantage organization page, and Google Business websites. It's a great service. That's a good question.